it's Emily from Reach for Resources, here for another What's Cooking video. Today, in honor of Thanksgiving, we're gonna make a simple and quick side dish, and that is cranberry sauce with fresh cranberries. So I'm gonna start by washing my hands, and then we'll get our ingredients ready. All right, now the first thing you want to do is wash your produce. So I washed my oranges and I washed my cranberries, and now I'm going to zest one orange. I don't actually have a zester. You might have one at home. They're kind of a long and skinny tool. They definitely work better than a grater, but in a pinch, a grater will work, and even a peeler might work. So it would like us to get the zest of one orange. It's way easier to do the zesting before you cut into your orange. So I'm gonna zest my oranges first, and then I'm going to juice them. I'm having a little bit better luck with this particular orange. I'm using the bigger side of the grater. The zest can be a little bit bitter, so I think that's enough for now. Now they want us to juice the two oranges, and I only have a cutie for my second orange. I only planned on adding one orange, but this recipe that I looked at today uses two. So I'm gonna make it work. All right, so slice your oranges in half. Before you're juicing them. All right, that one cutie didn't look great, so I got another one. As you can see, my navel orange and my cutie are very different colors. This is the juicer that I have. It's actually made for lemons, but it'll work for oranges. I might have to cut these a little bit smaller. Some of you might have a juicer that you push down and spin. This one is a squeeze juicer. So we're gonna get our liquid measuring cup, and our goal is to get 1/2 cup of juice. So this one fits nicely, so I'll start with that. And we're going for 1/2 cup. This one isn't getting me too much. Let's see what else I got. There we go. We're almost at 1/4 cup already. Those had a lot of juice in them. Let's see, now that's not gonna work. So I'm gonna cut that one down a little bit more and just juice it in quarters instead. There we go. Oops. All right, we're at 1/4 cup now, so hopefully 3 more quarters of an orange and we'll get there. And the orange juice, what it does in the cranberry sauce, it's actually an optional ingredient, but it's one that I usually use. It's sweet, it just sweetens it up a little bit, a little more natural sweetener. So usually what I do is, instead of doing all sugar, I'll do a little bit of fresh orange juice and then a little bit of sugar too. But some people just do sugar and water, and that is great too. It all depends on your personal preference and what you have for groceries. All right, we're getting close to 1/2 cup. Cranberry sauce is one of the quickest and easiest side dishes there is. I usually volunteer to make it. It actually is quite a bit better too than the stuff that you can get in a can. So if you want to try to make it this year, either tomorrow or later this weekend, that would be fun. All right, great. And if you're familiar with using a liquid measuring cup, you just want to get the bottom of your meniscus, or that line, toward the 1/2 cup. And my video setup isn't super professional here, but it's about there. So just take my word for it. All right, I'm gonna get to measuring the sugar now. Okay, now that we've prepped our orange juice, we just throw everything into this pan and bring it to a boil. So there's our orange juice. Now I need 1/2 cup of water. Here's my fresh cranberries. I washed them in the strainer in the sink. And there's a 1/2 cup water here. Now I can turn this on and get that going. We're gonna add the sugar next. This recipe calls for 3/4 cup plus 2 tablespoons, which is an interesting measurement, but we'll go with it. So that's a 1/4 cup. Just put that in. 1/4 cup. And one more 1/4 cup for 3/4 cup, and then 2 tablespoons. I'm gonna stir it up. I gotta get a hold of that orange zest. I kind of made a little bit of a mess. If you have a zester, probably be a little easier to put it in a pile. Mine didn't neatly pile up, but here I can scrape it right off of that. We don't have a ton, but it'll make do. So now we just bring this to a boil, and then we're gonna boil it for 10 to 15 minutes, and that's just until all these berries start to pop. Or are mostly popped. You can do it till they're all popped, but it's nice when it gives it a little bit of texture and there's a few left. So I'll show you it again in a few minutes after it starts popping. So I'll put the cover on just so that it heats up a little bit faster. Here's an update. I'm about 7 minutes in, and many of my cranberries have already burst. You can tell those are the ones that are kind of split in here. I've got a gentle boil going, and I'm just gonna keep it going for another 7 minutes or so. If things look like they're done sooner, that's fine. And then after that, I'm just gonna transfer it to a glass dish and put it in the fridge for tomorrow. So yeah, it's a perfect make-ahead dish. It's better served cold generally. And so you can just get it ready whenever you have time. Okay, my final timer just went off, and this looks perfect to my liking. So I'm gonna just let it cool a little bit before I transfer it to a glass dish and put it in the fridge for tomorrow. You can also add some cinnamon or nutmeg if you would like some of those flavors, or just serve it as is. So have fun making it your own and enjoy it. Thanks for hanging out with me again at What's Cooking, and I'll see you soon.